This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. I'm Sandeep Srikanth and today we're at the gorgeous campus of IIM Kozhikode. What IIMK is famous for, apart from this exotic location, is its extremely diverse student profile and excellent placement record. In 2012, despite concerns over a bad job market, the institute had an excellent placement season and managed the highest domestic salary package of 32 lakh rupees. Now, how has IIM Kozhikode done in LIME so far? It finished 5th in Season 1, it made it to the finals in Season 2, but lost to IIM Ahmedabad by a tiny margin. In Season 3, however, it had to settle for 7th place. This year, the enthusiasm continues to be high, with as many as 40 teams sending in entries, so we can look forward to the institute fighting hard for another shot at a spot in the finals. IIM Kozhikode's challenge for this campus round comes from the banking sector. Kotak Mahindra Bank wants to be seen as the banker of choice for India's mass affluent segment, and it wants the teams from IIM Kozhikode to help achieve that goal. In 2003, the over 12,000 crore rupee financial services group Kotak Mahindra was a late entrant into the crowded and competitive banking sector. So in October 2011, when the Reserve Bank of India deregulated savings bank interest rates, which until then was fixed at 4%, the bank jumped at the opportunity to differentiate itself. It started offering 6% interest on deposits over 1 lakh rupees and 5.5% on deposits up to a lakh. This was accompanied by a large multimedia campaign to announce the many benefits of these rates. Today, the bank wants to leverage the recall it has earned to attract more customers from the segment it describes as mass affluent India.
Over the last many months, we have enjoyed great dividends from this pricing strategy, but we are now keen to explore what other levers of the marketing mix we can play with to see how to raise the throughput and change the game.
So the teams from IIM Kozhikode need to devise a marketing strategy to establish Kotak Mahindra Bank as the partner of choice for mass affluent India, that is SECA between 25 and 44 years of age. They need to keep in mind the competition from bigger banks like HDFC and ICICI, which have wider networks. The company has the budgets to run a full-fledged multimedia campaign for 8 to 12 weeks in a year. The two shortlisted teams will take on that challenge are here with me. That's Team Faded Flame and Team Lemon Soda. Guys, you will be presenting before the jury later today, but before that, I'm going to do a quick test of just how prepared you are and how well you grasp some very basic banking concepts. So we're here at Kotak Mahindra Bank's Kozhikode branch, and you're going to get 5 minutes to head in there, have a chat with the staff, ask them any questions, clarify any doubts, anything that you need that you feel you haven't quite covered when you were preparing for your presentations. And who knows, that may help you later on in the Q&A session. So you'll have 5 minutes, off you go.
Generally, there is a perception about hidden charges when it comes to private banks. Have you seen your customers raise that problem anywhere? Any customer?
No, normally we give terms and conditions at the time of account opening, and we give all the details, what are the charges applicable.
How much have you seen an increase in customer base with the reason of 6%?
Gone up 3 times of what we used to get.
The online promotional offers that Kotak gives, so how much does that play a role?
Actually segment your customers?
We have different ads. That itself customer getting more attractive.
So teams, was that helpful?
Yes.
Let's get straight into the questions. My first question to you is, how many months is a check valid for? Lemon Soda, you get to answer.
3 months.
Okay, that's right. Next question. So when you transfer money online, you often do what is called an NEFT transaction. What does a NEFT stand for? Lemon Soda, gone for it again?
National Electronic Fund Transfer.
That's the right answer. So 2-0 up. Guys, you need to come back into this very quickly, otherwise it's over. My third question to you. When you withdraw money from the ATM of another bank, that's a bank other than the bank where you have your account, the first 5 transactions are free. What is the maximum amount a bank can charge for withdrawals after the 5th transaction? Lemon Soda, gone for it again?
50.
The right answer there is 20. What is the minimum duration for which you can make a bank fixed deposit? They've gone for it again.
45 days.
Answer is 7 days. So the last and final question. What denomination of coins did the RBI withdraw from circulation in 2011? They've got their hand up first, so I'm going to let them have it.
25 paise.
Actually, it's any coin below 25 paise, but I'm going to give that to you. So Lemon Soda, you've absolutely dominated this little quiz. Faded Flame, I hope you guys are sharper for the presentation and you don't have too much time because coming up straight after this break, we'll have the presentation from Team Faded Flame.
How can they flirt with me, try me out without too much of a commitment?
You are valued. The loyalty program of Kotak has to be one of the best.
What is it that you're proposing which becomes almost a brand identity going forward?
DJing is all about connecting to people, to rhythms. I'm deaf, but I've always been able to feel the bass. Now I can feel it in a whole new way. It doesn't matter that I can't hear the music. Touch, it matters.
The HP NV4 Touch Smart Ultrabook with Intel Core i3 processor and Windows 8. Ultrabook, inspired by Intel, perfected by HP.
Everything in life has a right number, including your life insurance cover. To know your right insurance cover, SMS KNOW to 56070. Bajaj Allianz Knowledge Capsules. Bajaj Allianz. Jio Befikar.
ये कौन है? ये है मम्मी और ये है पापा। एक दिन आपको भी ऐसा ही राजकुमार मिलेगा। वाह, ये भी मिलेगा।
कैसे मिलेगा? सोने का रेट तो बढ़ता ही जा रहा है और इसकी शादी तक क्या पता कहाँ पहुँचेगा।
टेंशन मत लो, पीसी ज्वेलर की ज्वेल्स फॉर लेस स्कीम है ना, जिसमें 12 किश्तें देंगे हम और 2 किश्तें देंगे पीसीजे। है ना फायदे का सौदा? ज्वेलर फॉर जनरेशंस, पीसी ज्वेलर।
Unsure of investing in the stock market? Kotak Securities, the best broker in India, and CNBC TV 18 present everything you wanted to know about stock market investing. A comprehensive book that compiles everything. Step-by-step techniques to investment strategies, written in simple language with friendly illustrations and a workbook after every chapter for future reference. It simplifies equity investing for you and helps you learn and smarten your stock market skills and strategies. For inquiries, call 9930351413 or SMS CD stock to 51818 or mail to cd@network18online.com. Get your copy for 499 rupees only.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. We're at IIM Kozhikode for our campus round and we have 2 teams raring to go with their presentations on a case from Kotak Mahindra Bank. Joining us on the jury tonight are Anupam Bokeh, General Manager Water at Hindustan Unilever, and Mr. Karthi Marshan, Executive Vice President and Head Group Marketing at Kotak Mahindra Bank. It's just a 2-man jury tonight because our resident judge Anuradha Sengupta couldn't make it to Kozhikode. Our first team to present is Team Faded Flame. Boys, if you're ready, you'll have 3 minutes, make it count, and your time starts now.
Kotak Mahindra's offering of 6% on savings account has been a marketing success, met by increased savings account deposits. What we now look at is sustaining this success. Based on the insights that we've got from our research, we focused on 3 things, namely social media, loyalty programs, and technology. We have 3 broad points under social media, adding new features on social media to make banking easier. Say, log into your bank account app on Facebook or your payments app, something that is available only on net banking to be extended to Facebook. Build a strong relationship through customer care. So what we propose is having a customer care app on Facebook, a dedicated Ask Kotak Twitter page, and live chat customer service either through Facebook or Google Chat. Now, third was use social media as an effective marketing tool where we focus on customer engagement. The strategy is turning the satisfied customers as advocates for Kotak Mahindra. We have thought about some contests. One is the Spending is Fun contest, where customers earn coupons by shopping with their KMB debit card and earn prizes over it. The idea is to create engagement, loyalty from offers, generate revenue, and lastly, advocacy from the members. Now we move on to the loyalty program. According to a recent study by Finacle, banks must demonstrate that they value their customers for engaging with them and not just the revenue they bring along. So it should be relationship oriented and not based on the number of transactions that the customer is doing. Our suggestion, that is SAT, one of our suggested loyalty program, that we reward the customers at each and every touch point, be it when they use their account to buy some products or service or make some purchases on their cards or even using the ATM. It's an inclusive loyalty program which have automatic membership as soon as they enroll for Kotak. Lasting accord. It is one for the premium network of customers who want to feel valuable. Now, premium could mean deposit base or simply the length of their relationship. Here we are rewarding the customers that add more value. With this scheme, we are saying you are premium to us and we value it truly. Now under technology, well, consumer wants convenience, and this can be provided over the digital channel. We focus on mobile banking and use SMS services to simplify the banking experience. And new features like mobile recharge and payment of DTH using SMS. What this will do is more convenience and flexibility to the customers. Again, we want online account opening, which is not present currently. Say somebody opens the account within a period of 2 days, he gets a kit about of the check and the ATM card. Banking correspondent would deliver it, and he will take the signatures and other proofs, and hence his account can be opened in 3 days. So this can happen if you want to move to a completely branchless banking. Lastly, bring out technologies in the near future and thinking of them as an investment and not as an expenditure. We'd like to conclude by saying that our recommendations on the social media platform, a revamped loyalty program, and use of technology would enable Kotak Mahindra to add value to its customers and invest in a long-term relationship building in a sector that is least differentiated with products and services. Thank you.
What I'm understanding you saying is fundamentally 3 things: social media, technology, loyalty programs. And you're suggesting these 3 broad things as solutions to my current problem, which is that people are aware that they can get a better banking product from me, but they are not moving over the fence. Is that your hypothesis?
So basically what we were saying is that customers need value, and with these 3 things we are actually saying how value would be added to the customers. So what we are saying, for example with the loyalty program, is that your relationship with us is not just based on the fact that you're giving us revenues, it is also based that we are in a relationship with the customers. So that is why we are rewarding them on each and every touch point and not only on the number of transactions that they're making. What we're saying is that maybe if you use our ATM, you use our services, we value you equally as you would have been if you were just transacting with us.
Fair. One question that was in the case, which is around the issue of sampling. So Anupam here has the privilege of being able to just hand out product and let people try whether it's water or shampoo or toothpaste or whatever it is. I don't have that luxury. I have to extract your teeth before I can give you a bank account. Did you have any thoughts on how I could be like FMCG and Kotak could also attempt sampling?
For this, we actually thought of a pilot run in some of the selected cities. Suppose now we are selecting 2 cities like Kolkata or Delhi maybe. So in Kolkata there are branches at different places. But suppose from the data that we have about our customers, suppose most of the affluent customers are situated in Salt Lake City of Kolkata or maybe in Park Street of Kolkata. So we can develop a pilot run at our local branches at those places and see how the customers respond to such a pilot run. Accordingly, if the response is positive, then we can magnify it.
Okay. One of the limitations of Kotak Bank was limited number of branches. And from there, getting to an idea of branchless banking was phenomenal. One of the things which perplexed me was, I understand the advocacy of existing consumers, satisfied consumers, becoming marketeers and getting more consumers and customers for the bank. But somehow you seem to have focused a lot on rewards and incentives for this guy to act. Only then a person becomes an advocate. Is it a perception that I just got reading your solution, or was there some serious thought behind driving advocacy through incentives?
What we're saying is that if we concentrate on one of the loyalty programs that we're talking about, which is Lasting Accord. So this is basically targeting the niche of the customers that Kotak has. So what will happen is that if I'm a part of this loyalty program, I'm in a network. So what I'm doing is that I'm actually feeling valuable being a part of a network which is being created by Kotak, which is telling me that you are premium. So what we're saying is that once a customer has that value and he believes that he has that power of, being called premium, so he would automatically, advocate others to actually be a part of the Kotak family. So that
adding on to that, moreover in our presentation we have mentioned that there would be several criteria for judging who a premium customer is, and apart from the number of transactions that a particular customer has, we have also mentioned that timeline of the association of that particular customer with our bank will also be a criteria to decide whether that particular customer can be considered as a premium customer or not.
Okay.
Well done, Faded Flame. You certainly had your afterburners on during that Q&A session. Time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned to CNBC TV 18 because coming up on the other side is the presentation from Team Lemon Soda.
Is that the only thing? So am I just to do more advertising and sab aa jayenge?
The execution seems to be very, very challenging to pull off.
It is right that we are kind of putting at risk the 6% thing, but you're not going to increase the number of branches overnight. That's not going to happen.
Creative
opportunity isn't just for the few. It's in all of us.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Asking questions, always seeking different answers. It's about seeing possibilities, creating opportunities.
Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Incredibly creative.
We love junk. Junk drunk. I'm Mike Wolf. And I'm Frank Fretz. And we're pickers.
I'm the girl who gets you to where you need to go.
Hell yeah!
We come across history all the time, but this story is different. We're talking serious dollars here.
Make him an offer.
$16,000.
$8,000.
$575.
$200. This just keeps getting better and better.
You're digging through all that coal to find that diamond.
Watch them make big cash from someone else's trash. America's top-rated show, American Pickers. Mondays 9 p.m. only on History TV 18.
This pick is gonna be a success.
Nature's goodness, gathered over 20 years in the Himalayas. Himalayan natural mineral water. Live natural.
NSE Dundee reaches the final frontier. Witness 8 dealers up the quizzing ante to a new stratum.
You need to tell me the occasion of this speech.
He was announcing this on the sad demise of Mahatma Gandhi on All India Radio. I'm right.
From Gujarat, if you're wrong, you'll get kicked. Yes. You are right.
Watch NSE Dundee the grand finale at these times on CNBC TV 18.
Media partner CNBC TV 18.
Power mein gold. Space mein gold. Chalne mein gold. Patient naya Tata Sumo gold. Iska nahi koi tod.
SMEs should focus on protecting their margins and do hedging, do selective hedging based on their individual risk management policies.
A kind of a stable long-term foreign exchange would be very productive for long-term export business for us, in my opinion.
Watch Business Beyond Borders at these times on CNBC TV 18.
Presenting sponsor ICICI Bank Business Banking. Associate partner Lufthansa. Knowledge partner Wealth Street. Magazine partner Entrepreneur. And Engineering Review.
Welcome back to IIM Kozhikode for this campus round of Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. Our case tonight is from Kotak Mahindra Bank, and our second team ready with their presentation is Team Lemon Soda. Team, you'll have 3 minutes. All the best. Your time starts now.
Good evening, judges. In the highly competitive private banking sector, with more than 200 players, Kotak Mahindra's major challenge is to have a clear value proposition that can differentiate it sharply from its competitors. According to Euromonitor report on personal banking patterns in India, almost 65% of our target customers currently hold more than one bank account and are equally sensitive to both interest rates and service quality. We back this data up with our primary research with 80 respondents and discussion with bank employees, and found that better services, personalized attention, and convenient but safe transactions are the features most preferred by this segment. Almost 67% of the respondents also said that their first bank was selected by some influencer, whereas the bank that they use the most, that is their primary bank, is the one that they select themselves. Considering the saturated market with larger players taking up most of the pie, the realistic approach is to focus on becoming the primary bank of choice rather than the first bank for the customers. To become the primary bank, Kotak Mahindra needs to offer both functional as well as emotional benefits to the customers. Currently, Kotak Mahindra scores well on the functional aspect with the 6% interest rates that it offers, but it still needs to elevate its positioning and provide emotional benefits to its customers. Our research reveals that customers are wary of hidden charges that many banks levy, and the most trustworthy bank is the most frequently used banks by the target group. Banking on the credibility we built through the 25-year campaign and the Customers Connect by the character Subbu, we propose to have a campaign that establishes the core proposition of trust to make Kotak the primary bank of choice.
The campaign idea is Go 0% with Kotak. We stand for 0% hassles, complaints, hidden charges, and tensions.
This campaign would run in 3 phases, synchronizing both conventional and digital media. Phase 1 is to create curiosity and conversation among the TG through a disguised viral campaign on the theme reinventing the biggest number of all. This social media campaign would invite people to come up with creative ideas of how they see 0 as the biggest or the best number. With a yearly growth of 17% on socially active youths, we think that this is the actual platform or the media we should go ahead with. In phase 2, after a sufficient buzz has been created, we reveal the Go 0% with Kotak, a 360-degree campaign leveraging the positive image of 0 from the viral campaign to help our TG connect and sync with our new proposition. In final phase, once the emotional connect is established, various account opening drives would focus on increasing rate of acquisition of savings. To summarize, we intend to position Kotak Mahindra as the primary bank of choice on our TG by establishing an emotional connect as the most trustworthy bank. To go 0% with Kotak campaign would ensure a clear and sharp positioning and increase brand recall, inevitably leading to a larger market share. Thank you.
As you yourself said that 6% is the number that Kotak is associated with. So what you're trying to do is basically trying to create a traction for 0, but in the process disregarding perhaps the equity that 6% has built already. Because what will happen is, if it's viral, which is a faceless campaign, really, you don't know what the brand is, it becomes very, very difficult to associate the 0 to 6. And that's where the challenge starts. So when you associate it with something which is what Kotak was doing, which is more than what others were doing, then getting into a 0, while the intent is there, the execution seems to be very, very challenging to pull off. So what are your thoughts on that?
If you look at the functional benefits, it's primarily offered by the small private banks, like IndusInd is offering, Yes Bank is offering. So it's again a very small segment. And if you look at the bigger banks that are in the private sector right now, they've not actually focused on the functional benefit, but more or less focused on the emotional connect with the customer. So we thought that Kotak Mahindra wants to step up and move forward. And if that is the case, we have to take up a challenging case such as this, and to try and capture the attention of the consumer. So now we are actually moving up from the small private bank category where everything is like 6%, 7% interest rates, this is what we give you, to a more I trust you kind of bank. Because what we said initially also is that people have multiple banks and they might come to Kotak for just a 6% thing, but they might not end up doing their other purchases for related to banking at Kotak. So the cross-selling might not happen. So in order to push the cross-selling across, you need to make your bank the trusted and primary bank of a consumer. I
understand the emotional connect needs to be built. The functionality is getting established. If you see the past campaigns, 6 is greater than 4, and it was, you tangibilized what it means. 6 is greater than 4. 30,000 interest is more than 20,000 interest. So having established the 6%, did you guys consider continuing to own the 6%? And build emotional benefits on top of it?
It is right that we are kind of putting at risk the 6% thing, but looking at track record, there has been about 68% increase in the number of customers over a period of 1 year after the campaign was launched. That is true. But that has to go forward because we are still stuck in the small private banking sector. And if you look at the number of branches, number of customers, they are still relatively low when compared to the bigger players if you want to get into that league. So if that is the ultimate purpose that Kotak is looking at with a new campaign, this has to be the effort that has been put in. And regarding the functional benefit of 6% and 4%, the problem is that it is only up to a certain limit that people start associating that with a certain benefit from a bank. After that, they're looking at the trust and the fear of hidden charges that is always associated with private banks, which is actually not there, but customers have the perception. So there are several factors that kick in. So we wanted to build that trust, which is being built, but kind of radically push it up.
The question that I want you to solve for me is to say, what marketing lever? So we played the price lever. So of the marketing levers available, as managers, as MBAs, as brand owners, what other buttons do you think are available to be pressed long before the advertising execution? Particularly given the constraints that we laid out, that relative to the majors, we will never have distribution strength. And that is going to come in the way of, for example, you mentioned convenience as something that people worry about. If I'm not next door to his house, I'm not convenient. What's the answer to that?
I think you're trying to counter the problem of convenience, because I talked to the branch employees and they were saying that they're offering multiple ATM withdrawals beyond the limit that is already offered. And there are also home delivery and home service, and all those things are being offered. So that is one thing that you need to tweak, because you're not going to increase the number of branches overnight. That is not going to happen. And online banking is one, and online and mobile banking is one area that Kotak will have to focus. It's already focusing. So that is one area that you need to think of apps, because you're targeting the 25 to 44 sophisticated customers, SCCA. So he will be probably using smartphones, and the apps can kind of bring in leverage.
Okay. Well done, Lemon Soda. Lots of fizz in your presentation. And we're going to give our judges a few moments to deliberate and decide which team wins this campus round and gets to represent IIM Kozhikode in the semi-finals of LIME Season 4. While the jury weighs each team's presentation, the teams step out to contemplate.
Team 1 did the textbook approach, and they ticked off every single point in the checklist for a marketeer. Team 2, I would give them marks for courage for sure, because to tell me to throw all my work out and then to expect that I will acknowledge them for it, obviously either they are naive or they are brave, one of the two.
We had a lot of suggestions, so trying to explain it to the judges within that time frame was a bit of difficulty for us.
Focus, clarity and simplicity of the execution becomes the primary thing, which possibly is easier to do on the second case than on the first case.
The toughest question we thought was the question on execution. We had not thought about that a lot in detail, so we had a little hard time explaining that.
I have the results with me, and the winners of LIME Season 4 on campus at IIM Kozhikode, the team that will represent IIMK in the semi-final round, are Team Lemon Soda. And Karthi, you had two wildly different presentations. What made you pick Lemon Soda this evening?
So both teams worked hard. Lemon Soda also worked smarter, slightly smarter. That's at the heart of it. They gave us a solution which is brave, radical, and dangerous. Therefore, it's sexier and more interesting.
All right, thank you so much, judges. Congratulations once again to both teams. Lemon Soda, we'll see you in the semi-final round. And that brings us to the end of this campus round of LIME Season 4. Do stay tuned to CNBC TV 18 for more action from the campuses.
I'm feeling extremely happy right now. We think we were very successful in identifying the problem. Once we identified the problem, we tried to back it with data and found a solution. We would definitely like IIM Kozhikode to win in one of the LIME, and I hope it is this LIME we are going to win.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
In today's competitive world, corporate interests must create societal, ecological and economic value. The CII ITC Sustainability Awards presents India's most sustainable, honoring businesses which are achieving growth, enhancing the quality of life and regenerating ecology through a stringent evaluation process. This January in New Delhi. Get your invitation now. Media partner CNBC TV 18.
Let's open it up, folks. This January, meet the hottest guys on television.
Hell yeah!
Step inside the world of porn.
What do you got this time?
Lottery tickets signed by George Washington.
We got a deal.
Magic.
Gotta be kidding me, man. We're pickers.
And restore some of the most precious items in history. All this month only on History TV 18.
Let's make history together.
Mama, मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था बिना कंपेयर किए. Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ. PolicyBazaar.com.
When you can spend hours on shopping, why not spend a few minutes on learning? An investor education initiative presented by DSP BlackRock Mutual Fund and CNBC TV 18. She-Economy, the wise woman investor, coming soon.
Presented by DSP BlackRock Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
हेलो जी, मैं मूर्ति. इस बार बॉस दिल्ली भगाया, बट मेरा वाइफ नहीं आया. Not my fault. Winter not her cup of tea, you see. बोला, call me later. First get heater. So I said, Meenakshi, for you I make Delhi winter into Madurai weather. मेरा Voltas all weather AC. ये ठंडी में गर्म रखता, power, money और moisture बचाता. Finally wife coming to Delhi and Murthy rubbing belly.
This is TV18. And you're watching CNBC TV18.
Storyboard presented by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. In association with Kohler. Earn 7% per annum on Yes Bank savings accounts. Get lucky, get active on monster.com. Find better. Chevrolet Sail Yuva, when life gives you more. And technology that touches lives. HCL.
On Storyboard today, after a 13-week break, TAM data shows a drop in news viewership. The challenge before auto advertising as car sales crawl to an all-time low. And fashion designer Sabyasachi makes the sari his new cause.